Hey guys, welcome to the PM O'Clock Show. I'm Pope, this is Morpheus, my counterpart. Our top stories for this week, we're going to be talking about the review of Fallout New Vegas, along with some of the upcoming games of next week, including Rockband 3, Fable 3, The Force Unleashed, the Star Wars.
And as usual, we're going to be having our segment on Zeus versus Hades, and we'll also be talking about the gaming fail of the day, as well as some interesting news from Blizzard concerning StarCraft 2.
This we're going to be giving a review on Fallout New Vegas. Here to give our review is our own Morpheus.
2 years after the release of Fallout 3, Bethesda has finally given us a sequel to their bestseller Game of the Year. So overall, guys, the game is really awesome. Pope and I have both played it. There are a lot more character customization options. I mean, first thing, you start the game off and you've just got so many more options available to you as far as creating your character and the traits and personality and stuff that your character goes through. There are a lot of things that if you've never played the game before, you can just jump right in. The level system, when you level up, you get points, you distribute the points and the attributes that you want them to go towards. Graphics-wise, the game is, I'm kind of disappointed. With Fallout 3, you get these great graphics and you're kind of impressed with it when it first comes along, but that was 2 years ago, and whenever you come out with a new game and you have the same graphics, I mean, a lot of people are disappointed. The game itself is really kind of glitchy. The frame rate's horrible. You'll be walking through the wasteland and the game will freeze up for a second and try to catch up and load as it's rendering the background, and all the graphics will just kind of kick in. There's been a lot of people who have been complaining about the games freezing up and it's stopping on them and they have to restart the console, and that's really frustrating.
Yes, it is.
The game's not all bad. There are a lot of great things about the game. The wasteland itself is a lot more interactive. When you're walking around, the AI on the monsters that you fight, they're a little bit smarter, not much, but you can tell there's some progression there. As far as interaction with the world itself, there'll be flowers you can pick and different stuff that can happen. There's a lot more perks you can get in this game. Throughout the game, you'll find a lot of different factions and groups that you can get along with or not get along with, and through missions and quests that you go on, depending on how your karma is with each group, you can gain fame or infamy, which in turn determines how each group is going to look towards your character.
You can also dress up and disguise yourself as different other factions, as well as some of the army of the wasteland.
But as Pope has found out, sometimes that's not always the best option.
No.
A major improvement as far as the companions in the game go, you can get people to follow you around, is as opposed to Fallout 3, if you had somebody like Fox following you around, they could die easily. Like, you get an explosion, they die, you can never have that companion again. Well, in Fallout New Vegas, the major change is whenever somebody that's in your party dies, they only fall unconscious for about 30 seconds and they get right back up ready to fight. So that is a major improvement by Bethesda. And finally, probably the funnest thing for me to do in this game right now, as I'm really getting used to it, is the whole gambling scene. There's a lot of different casinos you can visit and buy chips that you can trade in for money and gamble at all the different places inside the casino, and you can really earn a lot of money doing this. Vice versa, you can also lose a lot of money doing this, so I'd advise you save before you gamble a lot of money.
Charles Barkley. Hey guys, that brings us up to our upcoming games of next week. We're going to have Star Wars Force Unleashed 2, Rock Band 3, and Fable 3. Now, Force Unleashed 2 is a sequel of the first one, as you could probably already tell. It has added a lot of extra powers, lightsabers, and a lot of fun time. If you've had any good times with the first one, you will have a lot more good times with the second one. With Rock Band 3, we have a whole new list, a list of songs, and a very interactive guitar, which you can unplug and plug into a regular amp and play. Now, they've added an extra system to Rock Band 3 to where it is a lot more hard and the most realistic that it can possibly get, where you have frets, chords, all played on the Rock Band system. Now, with Fable 3,
I myself know a lot of Xbox 360 players who are really looking forward to the Fable 3 game, so we'll looking forward to when that game comes out. It's getting a lot of great reviews.
Now guys, that brings us to our favorite segment of the day.
On Zeus versus Hades.
On Zeus's pedestal, we put atop Mount Olympus, Vanquished. The game has gotten amazing reviews, including a 9.0 on GameSpot and an 8.5 on IGN. Now this game is your typical third-person shooter, but it's not. It's a lot faster. It's built on speed. You can slow down time. You're constantly shooting, and even better, you're constantly being shot at by monsters and little equipment. Guys, this game really is a great game.
And on the downside, the game that is burning in the fire of Hades this week is the game Saw 2. Now, I'm not sure how many of you actually played the first one. I did, and I didn't even like it, so what makes you think I want to play a second one? Really the only good thing about this game that I've seen so far is the graphics, and even there, they're lacking. So if any of you want to catch out the trailer there, check the links below. You can check that out for yourself.
Guys, we had to sit through your crappy movies. Do we really need to buy your crappy games? Me and you, we go far back on the battlefields, right?
That's right.
You got my back?
Sometimes.
You know I got your back?
I'm a sniper.
Good.
Roll clip.
So guys, that brings us to our last story of the week. BlizzCon 2010 has started this week, releasing dates on such titles as Diablo 3 and some of the more expansion packs for the StarCraft 2 series. But also, on a negative side, Blizzard has filed lawsuits against 3 programmers who have been developing software used to hack and modify their StarCraft 2 system. They've banned over 5,000 players who play offline and single-player mode, so all these gamers have to go back now and buy a new copy of the game just to be able to play. Well guys, that leads us to our question of the week. Over the games that we talked about earlier, Star Wars Force Unleashed 2, Fable 3, and Rock Band 3, which one are you most excited about seeing and playing? Please leave a comment and or a video response below on your answers. Also check us out on Facebook.
And again, thanks for watching, and stay tuned in next week for our next installment of the series. And as always, time out.